And welcome back to Squid Junction number 50, Golden Squid Junction, starting the Golden Week here at Dapple Productions. I am Pat, here with Genie. Genie, how are you?
I am doing so good, Pat. I am been loving the action that we've been having on the main stream. Been watching some of the side streams, aka individual players' point of views. I know that Flippa Floppa, we've got a match between Immortal and Flippa Floppa. Flippa Floppa didn't have a clean run. They did drop a game early on to Sweet Tooth. I believe they kind of caught them off guard, and it was the first game that Flippa Floppa lost in a best of 3, meaning that they had to rattle off the next 2 games to make sure that they did not get drop off. And it was they dropped the museum Splat Zones game.
Yeah, well, that's a pretty big surprise. We're not used to seeing Flippa Floppa drop games like that, especially at the start of the tournament. But hey, they made it through. We're not sure what happened. I mean, I wasn't watching. I was watching the mainstream, which was like only had such good games and such good teams, and we saw Immortal being so dominant against Destroyed earlier. It was like very good. Like they are. I mean, all the players we're going to see here are going to be so good, but Immortal really brought their A game and really showed what they're able to do.
Yeah, and as we're going into the game, we're gonna say that Immortal on the map list, they banned out Flounder Rainmaker, and Flippa Floppa banned out Rainmaker on Surgeon, which is why we'll not have any we'll have two spot zones and 2 clamblets, 1 tower control in the middle, and either of these teams wanting to play Rainmaker, wanting to stay away from that extremely volatile mode. We're gonna be starting out here on Barnacle and Dime on Splat Zones.
Yeah, and we see like 2 different approaches. Hypnos electing to go with the splatter shot, whereas Flippa Floppa brings the ballpoint. And do I see an opening gambit on the side of Immortal at least?
I'm pretty sure you did, but this opening cap, it did go over to the side of Flippa Floppa. Now, Immortal, they tried to get back in the zone. They lost 2 of their members, so this is going to be dangerous because on this map, if you get wiped out, this is an extremely lockout-heavy map.
Yeah, and Clicks is already ahead. Oh, and there's just...
The Phoenix gets 2!
Yeah, and a trade, and Flippa Floppa right now are in control, and that Inkjet is going to give them like all the time they want to set themselves up. Thankfully, Hypnos like stops it right away with the charger. And that's going to give Immortal the opportunity to get back in.
Yeah, an opportunity is exactly what they need. Block is still draining. Flippa Floppa, they lose 2 members, but they have the cap in the zone to make that 3. It's just going to be the ballpoint alive. Kios jump in. Can they take out Phoenix? They go down in trade scenario. Hypnos trying to stay alive, but Clicks runs forward through on zone. Trizzy finds a splat, but goes down to the Zuka. Clicks saying this way. Biscuit's coming in. Now the zone is trying to get capped over again. And there's penalty points applied. Flippa Floppa now in control again.
Yeah, very good control kept by Flippa Floppa, and right now again, like they're really trying to push the other team as far from the zone as possible. As you said, like getting a wipeout is so good for your team on this map, and right now Flippa Floppa is on their way to get that wipeout if they can just get Trizzy out of it, and they do.
Wow, and Trizzy goes down, so now I thought the ball might have caught something. Gotta watch out, because Biscuit's got Zuka is able to at least find some help with the help of Kyo. Kyo gets another spot. That's 2 for King Kyo. Just dancing around the charger, playing with them. Absolutely playing. Does not fall off the map and stays alive. There's very little time left here, Pat. Can they get in? Biscuit's all the way in on Hypnos. You gotta go to the zone. You gotta go to the zone, Immortal.
Kyo just like keeping the whole team away from the zone for 10 seconds and getting 2 picks in the process. It's really like that ability to control the pace, control the position that gave Flippa Floppa the advantage here.
Yeah, it felt like as soon as they got that lockout positioning, they were just playing with their food.
Oh yeah. Once you're in position and the other team isn't, like using that advantage, and both these teams know how to use that advantage their best. Like both of these teams were trying their best to stay in position and remove the position from the other. And the moment Flippa Floppa got it, it was over.
Yeah, it was a beautiful game. But now we're going to be going into Clamblitz on Scorch Gorge. That is our next map. I'm excited for this one because I always love a good climb with Scorch Gorge, but I feel like this will help out, especially because Trizzy on that brush can cause a lot of chaos on this map.
I mean, a brush can always cause a lot of trouble on a climb blitz. And on this map, it's like you have a flank route, and flank routes are good. We all love flank routes, even if they're bad, but the ink brush doesn't mind going over the grades. So this is very, very good for Trizzy, and I hope Trizzy is going to show us why.
Yeah. One thing I was able to talk with Keel with a little bit of an interview going into this match. Yeah, it was crazy. Mm-hmm. Pre-game interviews. Keel, he wasn't looking. They were looking forward to playing their best. He said it was going to be free up until they played the 3rd seed. And Immortal's the 6th seed because they were able to take out. They were able to take out Destroy, being that 3rd seed and send them down. So I know that Keo, this is the round that he was feeling like he's gonna be ready for. This was the round that they're gonna start peaking, performing. So the earlier drop game, I wouldn't be surprised if this next match here and this game after this could be very, very one-sided and Flippa Floppa.
Yeah, I mean, where we are in the tournament, everything else was just the warm-up, was just the tutorial. These are the teams that made it through. These are the best 4 teams that we have, and looking to be in the top 2. I mean, in the top 2 of winners at least, because even if the team gets beaten here, they're still losers bracket. This is not over, and right now both teams are going at each other, and it looks like
this is big splats coming out on the side of Immortal. They've got everything that they need except for the clams. They just haven't been able to get those together. They're able to find Kyo at least twice, take out the Jet Sculptor as well. Now, what is Flippa Floppa's response to get back in? Unfortunately, so the back is out, but unfortunately there's no power climb able to be made by Immortal into the basket in time. Now that it's there, it's gonna have to stall and most likely die.
Yeah, and we're back to a standstill, back to both teams looking at each other and trying to get the picks, get the clams. Not much is happening, but so much is happening at the same time.
Real.
They are setting every trap, just trying to get that advantage, and you know that you don't want to push forward until you have really the opportunity to open basket and take control.
We're seeing each team have 1 or 2 members. It's being both the shots on the other team and then the slasher and brush combination on either side. As soon as those go down, the rest of the team kind of plays safe. See, Kyo goes in, gets taken out, but the rest of the members of Flippa Floppa, they play back and they play safe. Because as long as they have 2 members still alive, they get those jump backs in and they will be able to be safe. Biscuit's able to get another one, but I'm not too worried because the rest of the members of Immortal should be able to stay alive. As I say that, I might have a little bit cursed them because that means 3 of them are now gone. It's just Phoenix in mid and he's got to find a lot.
Yeah, and Hypnos was coming back from spot, but Hypnos is already in position. Clears a jumbo! Oh, and that's again a push opportunity, but as you said, Immortal is staying in control, being as solid as they can, but they're going to have to concede the basket here.
That was Kyo just going in to get 3. You waited long enough, you were patient enough, the cooler respawns were good enough that you were able to get Kyo to get 3, and this is the only amount of push that they got. Down to 74. All that work, a triple kill with a vac push, and you only get 74. Neither team are giving up any ground.
This is so intense, and this game could be decided by a single clam.
I feel like that's right. And that Zuka kill was massive there, Pat. Because with the Jet Sculptor, your best defensive weapon gone, you needed to find a spot really quickly.
Both teams are back at it, back at the control of the fight for mid. Biscuit getting in a train. Oh, Biscuit! What are you doing here? They could.
Oh, and that's a wipeout. That's massive now. Flippa Floppa's opportunity. They have a power climb. Kyo has thrown it up. Clicks is probably gonna want to grab it. No, opts for Kyo to grab it again. Self alley oop and 2 go down to a bomb. Tris is able to get 2 with a massive bomb. It's all the way down to 47 though. That's a much stronger push that I'm worried about here, Pat.
Yeah, and right now Flippa Floppa is in such a good mood and a good position to do everything they want. And Immortal, they have yet to get the advantage, to get that one push that allows them to do so much, but they have put 3 players down. It's just Kyo defending right now, and Reaper tries strike. Immortal finally opening the score and getting clams in.
Yeah, they've got good clams. There goes that ink vac usage. What will it find? I think it just found the charger. 2 are gone. That goes with, there goes with brush as well. Phoenix gotta find a lot with these Zuka shots. 1 more shot to go, and they won't be able to find anything. At least they'll able to get chip damage down on a biscuit. Kyo just sharking on the top rope. Gets 1. No, isn't able to get 2 before taken out by Trizzy. A minute left on the clock here, Pat. In the push, it's still in range for Immortal.
Yeah, Immortal, they didn't get that big of a push, but they stayed in control of mid and kept themselves with the options to get back in. But right now, Flippa Floppa is getting pick after pick. Oh, and these 2 super jumps are in danger now.
They're alive! They're still alive though! That was massive! If they went down, I felt like the game was over.
Yeah. 30 seconds left, Phoenix saves the super clam. And Immortal keeping themselves alive right now, but they need a monster push. They
Trizzy! Trizzy below the basket! Ooh! No, he doesn't go in for that.
Shut down.
Here we go. About to be in our final overtime push. I believe that Immortal is just going to wait for Trizzy to come back online. They have tri-strikes from their sniper who's on that high ground. Kyo has her own power climb as well. I do know that there's a little bit of a shark on Biscuit on the left side. The tri-strikes are going in. Kyo's out. Trizzy's on the ground trying to find some space. There goes Biscuit in the back line. Here goes that back. Can it stand anything down? Power climb goes basket. More clams in. So close, so close. Take the lead, Immortal. Final clam in a 1 clam game. My goodness, Pat.
What a last second comeback by Immortal. And that means we are 1-1. And this is just the start. This is a best of 5 and both of these teams with points on the board. Both of these teams, as you said, Flippa Floppa, they need to be worried now. They need to play their best because otherwise, if they make 1 mistake, Immortal is going to get the game.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the map list that we have on our screen right now. I feel like Immortal, with how zones went, I feel like Immortal needs this tower control game. Because we have another zones match coming up, and if anything spells like, if the first zones match tells you anything, I'm worried about that next one. But it's a very, Barnacle and Museum are 2 different maps, so we'll have to see. First of all, Pat, the only tower control match of this set, who do you think has the advantage with the comps they're playing right now?
I mean, it's hard to say, but on MakoMart, I'm going to give the edge to the absolute cracked slusher. And we both know who the cracked slusher is. That's Kyo and that's Flippa Floppa. If, as you said, like Immortal, they're going to have trouble on another zones map that's pretty open. And like Museum is very much like Barnacle with like very similar dynamics. So I agree that they need to win this one. But they need to shut down Kyo if they want to do that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a team effort, and oh my goodness, this is a disgusting comp coming out. We're gonna have that Rapid Blaster Pro coming out as well. That is a tower control comp if I've ever seen one.
That's very much a tower control comp, and we have like that combo between the cooler and the vacuum. That is so good for tower control because you are constantly up, alternating between a vacuum and the cooler. Like you can keep yourself just on the tower as long as you want by respawning as fast as you can. And okay, Biscuit just
massive crab users been able to stay alive a little bit longer by hiding behind the opposing Tacticooler, so then the Zuka shot wasn't able to find them. Trizzy, I don't know the interaction between back and brush. I've honestly never seen it, and the jump out means I still won't see it.
Yeah, I guess the brush knows more about it about that than us. Both teams are like already so explosive in the opening.
This is a very this first checkpoint. It's proving to be difficult for both teams because look at how much they're scrapping. Unfortunately, though, for Immortal, they're the ones that are losing this heavily because the cleanup is and the calling is just so good on the side. Flippa Floppa.
Yeah, Flippa Floppa, like just moving as one and going after each pick like as a team, you know, 3v1, making sure that everything goes smoothly for themselves. And that's it. They are past that first checkpoint, and from there on, it can be so snowballing.
That was a nice shot.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely got Kyo safe there. I thought there was no way he was falling from that position.
That was a pixel shot. That at least that shot really helped Immortal get back in the game, push the tower back away, and right now both teams are back to the void ball, back to mid, back to neutral.
Oh, I think Phoenix might be able to find the back, and they will. That's good. Biscuit's going to be able to trade that one out pretty cleanly, though, with that splash. Oh, Matic. Weapon that has had a little bit of a drop-off, and Biscuit's using it to perfection. Gets one, gets two. Are they able to get three? This will be able to cap it off for the 4-piece. Burst bomb's out, not able to find it. The respawns are here. Biscuit's going to have to back off. I think they're going to fall, and they will. Ooh, botch a little bit on that last kill. A little bit aggressive on the side of Immortal, so their advantage is a little smaller than it was.
And that numbers advantage that Flippa Floppa had just 10 seconds ago is completely reversed, and Immortal is pushing the tower. It's all about Hypnos trying to keep that tower in the checkpoint. The vacuum is going to be thrown into mid and going to end that push. Like, when there's that explosion, you have to take cover.
I've never thought about Vac like that. You put a Vac in front of a crab tank, and a crab tank doesn't have to worry about Zuka shots coming at it. That is, honestly, terrifying to think about.
Vacuum combos so much with everything else. It's like by itself, it's the worst special in the game, but you put it with anything and suddenly it's so good.
I'm gonna have to tell my teammates that, so then they can finally understand why Vac is actually kind of picking up.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're watching.
First, both of these teams are going at it, and Immortal, right now it's just Biscuit trying to stay standing, and with the crab tank, like Biscuit is still on the assault.
Yeah, Biscuit's still going here. And able to find one. I believe Hypnos is gonna have to jump out. No shot, no time, and they're gone.
Biscuit, like, absolutely no fear, and just on the attack, alone in a 1v3, and winning it.
Yeah, here goes a crab tank KO as well. Just with that slashing machine, able to use its big hitbox. The only thing about machine that did not get nerfed for all the patches. The thing that is still the most broken about it.
That thing is so dangerous, especially on the ends of someone like you.
Big Vac shot, and I like to play there by Flippa Floppa, not to push too hard onto that second checkpoint. They want to keep mid control. Kyo's gonna go down for it though, so I think the mid control that they were fighting for has kind of been given up a little bit. Lots of scraps in the back though. Just again, I'll say it. We said it last game. This is not out of hand for Immortal to come back from this one. They've got a little bit of time, and the push is it's fathomable. It's in reach.
Yeah. But Immortal needs to get control now and get back into the attack. They have 20 seconds left until overtime, and they are struggling just to get anything going. They get the picks, but these picks are traded right away by Flippa Floppa. Immortal finally pushing the tower. They still have the first checkpoint.
Yeah, they still have to go through the first checkpoint. There's a crab yank out, lots of members going down, Clicks is behind it. Booyah bomb on tower for Kyo just to solidify it. Just Hypnos, they'll be able to touch the tower for just a moment before getting absolutely destroyed by the members of Flippa Floppa. And whew, it's going to be a tight series, and it's going to come down to a pivotal Spot Zones game.
If you go by like each fight individually, it feels like it's trade after trade after trade. But in the end, it's just Biscuit standing and Flippa Floppa wins. It's like
I feel like everyone dies, but Biscuit's the fastest one to be back.
Yeah, probably. But both of these teams are so fast. Everything is going so fast. Like, keeping track of what's happening, of even which team is in control of the game is so hard to track, but it looks like Flippa Floppa is better at tracking that. And on Museum, we'll have like a bit of an easier time figuring out what's happening, because there's a much like wide open space, which I have to think is good for Hypnos, but after that Barnacle and Dime game, I'm not so sure.
It's, for me, I love looking at the like pinnacle level Splatoon, the apex level Splatoon that we've got in front of us. Like it's so funny. You watch every movement that Flippa Floppa was doing, and it seems to be calculated and like precise, and they're just going at it as much as they can. There's a little bit of extra sauce that they use to make special recipes to come out on top in some of the clutches, but plays just seem to be like, oh, we've been in this scenario so many times that we kind of know like a flowchart. It's just a giant flowchart. Where I watch open games and I watch solo queue games. People are doing whatever they want whenever they want.
It's like they're dancing, and we're just like moving around, but they're dancing, and they have like that perfect choreography that they rehearsed a million times.
Yeah. I feel like, in my opinion, Pat, this coming up game will be relatively how many shots Hypnos can hit in a row on the defensive posture when Immortal's able to like fully cap zone and hold that out. They're gonna have to get at least 2 or 3 doubles or 1 or 2 triples to make it so their team can really hold on to this. Or Phoenix going massive with some Zukas. Yeah. Trizzy's bomb placements need to be on point.
Like, the thing is, the win that Immortal got was so close.
1 point.
The 2 wins that Flippa Floppa had were just absolutely like in Flippa Floppa's games.
Yeah.
Immortal, they need the whole team to pop off and do wonderful if they want to take that game.
Yeah.
And they have to take that game now.
Match point time. Can Immortal stay on the winner's side of bracket? They gotta start here. And we're gonna have the ballpoint coming back out again. Flippa Floppa. No surprise to see that Keo swaps back to the regular slosher. Tri-strikes and that spot bomb combo are very, very strong when used with good spacing.
Yeah, ballpoint is back to like Flippa Floppa back with the comp that they had for zones on Barnacle. And Immortal getting the zone right away, scoring a few points, but that's just like neutral. That's just the first encounter. We're gonna see the first picks coming, and here we go.
Big shots!
Oh, the Zuka stops the inkjet.
Those are big shots that we were able to see. Zuka takes it one, Sniper takes another. Keo and Biscuit, though, are back again. They're fast, they're here, they're ready, and they're pressing the zap. Trizzy needs to help their team or find something in the backline in that spinner. They are just going to opt to back away, and Flippa Floppa fairly easily, just almost no specials, cap that zone.
Yeah, and here we are. Flippa Floppa is in control. This is the scenario that Immortal didn't want to happen. Now that that crab tank is on and in full action.
Here we go, Hypnos. You gotta stay alive in the scenario for your team. The points are ticking down. The jet is out, able to find one massive pick. Wanting to find the charge as well, but that splash wall proving to be a little bit too much in the protection from the team. Flippa Floppa. We have a lot of the members on that lower right side. We know that Immortal wants to try and get in. It's gonna be tight. I got some special in the line here, Pat.
Yeah, and the Zuka is going to maybe give Immortal the opportunity to get in, especially with a tri-stack and Immortal moving forward, getting the neutralize on the zone, but that's not enough. Flippa Floppa flips the zone back and they don't have any penalty, Ginny. This could be the end of that set right here, right now.
Oh, yeah, the tri-strikes, I feel like this is it. There's nothing you can do. The bombs will be able to neutralize this. There's no members alive. That's going to be it. Flippa Floppa take both zones dominantly. Extremely dominantly, and make this series look pretty easy.
Yeah, Flippa Floppa, they had a hiccup on clans. Like, they had one push that they let Immortal have, and that was it. That was their only misplay in the whole set. They are so strong right now. Especially when you know how good Immortal are supposed to be. Like, they are super good normally, but like Flippa Floppa was just better.
Yeah. And with that, Pat, we should wrap this match up, these match highlights up really quickly, because overall, Flippa Floppa, they're headed on to face Jackpot, and we know that match is like, when we talk about matches in Splatoon between big name teams.
Oh yeah.
For this side of the Pacific Ocean, it really doesn't get bigger than those two teams that are going to be coming up. Oh yeah, so we gotta have some little highlights here from the Zones game.
Yeah, Clicks getting that trade, allowing like the rest of Flippa Floppa to stay in control, and then here we see Flippa Floppa. I think that's why they Oh yeah, that's when the Immortal managed to flip the zone, but Flippa Floppa like got it right after.
These were some good splats found by Immortal. We just weren't able to get in because his Inkjet able to shut down one, and and we have the lockout scenario where Kyo just goes big, absolutely Kyo Super Saiyan mode, and just does a little bit of a damage.
Yeah, here, like, this game was such... Both teams completely just fighting each other in mid for so long. And even when Biscuit and Kyo, like, managed to get so much advantage for the team, like, they barely... Like, that first push that they got off of that was just a super grab and nothing.
That triple was what opened up the game.
Yeah, and it got 26 points. Like, Immortal, they were there. They knew exactly how to defend and how to do it. It's just that Flippa Floppa got that tiny edge every single time until the end of that game where Immortal got it back.
It was really only exactly. It was right in that last little overtime. I thought this push here was gonna be so good. On the side of Flippa Floppa. I couldn't help to say, but like here, I'm looking at the map and the clam spawns are just all on the opposite side of the map. It was also a good splat bomb double from Trizzy to get back in.
Yeah.
I know that Flippa Floppa, I felt like they could have gotten so much more out of that.
It's like the super clam fell down the platform. If it didn't, like, Flippa Floppa had it.
Yeah. And then just at the end, Phoenix was going down to the back and able to find that one clam just to throw in at the last possible moment.
Yeah, I mean, you never give up. It only takes one push to get back the lead, and
never give up, never what?
Never give in.
Never give up, never what? Alright.
Okay.
You know that one?
No, I don't. And now I feel inadequate. But
yeah, this tower control game, it was in grasp for Immortal, sorry, but plays like this out of Biscuit just helped it.
Yeah, it's like whenever Immortal had something going for themselves, and someone from Flippa Floppa was gonna pop off and just top it.
This was an art form of the game. Honestly, Pat, do you think you could send this game into the Louvre for how disgusting it was, or no?
I see what I can do with my connections, because of course I know everybody in France, and I can get you that.
Real, but yeah, this game was so good. Out of Immortal, they tried, but were unable to get there. But with that, we are gonna get ready for our next match. We are gonna wait for the members of Jackpot to join the room. So while we do that, we have a quick ad break that we can send it to. Do not go anywhere, because we have the match of the tournament coming up next.